What's up, guys? Chad here with you, and this is going to be a separate tutorial on how to paint EPP wings. This is going to be kind of smack dab in the middle of my sweep wings Finch V2 build, but I'm going to leave the paint out separate in lamination because I have some pretty cool ideas. Going to do a Star Wars paint job on it. Well, right now how we sit is the wing is all assembled. Got all my holes and everything cut out for all my components. Got all my spars in. Got my bay module in. And I got my ailerons cut. And I just got done sanding the EPP. Now I've worked with a lot of EPP planes before, and I don't know what it is about this EPP, this actual foam, but it leaves a lot of like, I don't even know what to call it, like little shreds, little dingleberries, whatever you want to call it. It's sand smooth, but it doesn't get rid of a lot of that. So the paint will knock that down, and so will the lamination. So no big deal. So basically, I just went over everything with a 180 grit, and then to get down all these high marks and stuff like that here. And then I finished off with like a 600 automotive. And we're going to start by painting the bottom. Krylon Supermax, gonna be doing the bottom in all black, and probably doing vinyl stickers and stuff on the bottom, and then the top will be kind of our X-wing Red 5 type wing design. So we're gonna see how that's gonna turn out. Do some marker art and do some different colored panels and stuff like that, along with the Red 5 marks. So basically it's all sanded, ready to go. I'm just going to start on the bottom because when you're painting, you always want to start with your darkest color first. And since I'm going to be doing like a Starship gray on top, I'm going to go ahead and just blast the bottom of this black. Actually, I need to mask off this motor mount first. So I'm going to mask this off, and then I'm going to start painting it just in light layers to let it penetrate the foam. You don't want to flood the whole thing because the propellant, even though this stuff won't hurt the foam, the propellant in it will. So if you get a whole bunch of it in one spot, it will leave kind of like a mark that looks like either like really shiny or something like that. Anyway, let me grab my tape and mask this off, and we'll get to painting. Be right back. So there's our first coat. Just a nice little dusting. Starts to bring out all the imperfections because now you can see that it's black on white. And you're going to need to spray your coats opposite angles. Basically, I would start with spraying a coat from the back, then from this side, then from this side, then from this side, then back to the back, and just kind of alternate. That way you get inside of all of those little pits and all those grains and stuff. And just take your time. It's going to take a while to cover the wing, so probably, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 passes all the way around, because like I said, you don't want to flood it. But we're not having any reactions with the foam at all. If anything, it's making the foam hard, which is what we want. You can see a little bit's coming off on my finger. So let me put this nasty cigarette out here. So if we're on this side right here, just kind of keep the can away here. And I'm not going to try to spray any down here just because it's going to be a glue surface. So try to get, you don't need to mask it, but don't want to get a lot there. So basically just going to go like this. Doesn't look like I'm doing a whole lot, but it is. And that's a pass. So basically I'm just going to keep on doing that with about 3 to 4 minutes dry time in between until I have a completely black bottom. Alright, about 20 minutes later, there's our elevons, and here is the plane, all nice and black. Just took my time, no white spots, everything looks really good. You know, still got those seam lines, you can see those. But you know, when you're building these, I guess it's just kind of unavoidable. But that'll play into our favor on the top, because we're going to actually use those as panel lines and color in some of those panels. Like this would be a panel right here, and we can actually take a marker and draw a black line right there. So when we draw our lines and then go, we'll shoot a light coat of gray, come back in, draw out our panel lines, come back in with another coat of gray, and then start with the airbrush and do different panel lines on it and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be touching this anymore tonight because it's going to need to set up and dry real good. So we will continue Star Wars painting magic tomorrow. But for you, it'll be in right now. So we've got the base color of the gray applied, and I have started masking for the red 5 stripes. There's our inspiration right there. Now, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to kind of have to eyeball it. But as long as you have a couple different widths and tape, I'm using like 1-inch painter's tape and 1 3/4 inch masking tape, you can get it pretty close. If you wanted to take some real time, you could actually draw this out or pattern it out on a template or something like that and go from there. But we're going to go with this. So we're going to go spray this red and come back and show you what this looks like. Alright, so you can see we've got our red stripes on there, and I've also began masking. This is where you can just basically start using artistic liberties and have a little bit of fun. If we look at the X-Wing here, you know, we've got various yellows and blues and dark panels and stuff like that. So I'm going to do yellow, metallic blue right here, and metallic, let's see, metallic blue, yellow, and yellow. Vallejo model air and metallic blue. Gonna do all those with the airbrush. So I'll show you that here. Be right back. Well, here she is in all of her glory. Got the cockpit done there. Tamiya smoke. You know, we're looking to replicate that. Got some blaster marks on there. Different colored panels. I found it easier just to do the panels with a brush and touch up and stuff. It worked out a lot easier that way than masking. The paint, you know, with the airbrush just took forever to do. I did airbrush this though. So that is pretty much how you make a Star Wars X-Wing paint job. So I used pretty much all Tamiya color bottles and some Model Air and the Tamiya bottles like that you can get in any hobby store. And so that's about it. We'll see how it looks after lamination.